One can never consent to creep when one feels an impulse to soar. What I'm looking for is not out there, it is in me. So long as you can sweeten another's pain, life is not in vain. When we do the best that we can, we never know what miracle is wrought in our life, or in the life of another. The most pathetic person in the world is someone who has sight but no vision. Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. Happiness does not come from without, it comes from within. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope or confidence. We could never learn to be brave and patient if there were only joy in the world. I long to accomplish a great and noble task, but it is my chief duty to accomplish small tasks as if they were great and noble. The highest result of education is tolerance. A bend in the road is not the end of the road unless you fail to make the turn. Never bend your head. Hold it high. Look the world straight in the eye. Death is no more than passing from one room into another. But there's a difference for me, you know. Because in that other room I shall be able to see. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. I would rather walk with a friend in the dark than alone in the light. When one door of happiness closes, another opens. But often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one which has been opened for us. Death is no more than passing from one room into another. But there's a difference for me, you know. Because in that other room I shall be able to see. Keep your face to the sun and you will never see the shadows. Although the world is full of suffering, it is full also of the overcoming of it. Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, vision cleared, ambition inspired, and success achieved. What we once enjoyed and deeply loved we can never lose, for all that we love deeply becomes a part of us. Everything has its wonders, even darkness and silence, and I learn, whatever state I may be in, therein to be content. Science may have found a cure for most evils, but it has found no remedy for the worst of them all, the apathy of human beings. Self-pity is our worst enemy, and if we yield to it, we can never do anything good in the world. People don't like to think. If one thinks, one must reach conclusions. Conclusions are not always pleasant. Security is mostly a superstition. It does not exist in nature, nor do the children of men as a whole experience it. Avoiding danger is no safer in the long run than outright exposure. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing. Many persons have a wrong idea of what constitutes true happiness. It is not attained through self-gratification, but through fidelity to a worthy purpose. Face your deficiencies and acknowledge them, but do not let them master you. Let them teach you patience, sweetness, insight. I believe that God is in me as the sun is in the color and fragrance of a flower, the light in my darkness, the voice in my silence. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. Knowledge is love and light and vision. When one reads hurriedly and nervously, having in mind written tests and examinations, one's brain becomes encumbered with a lot of bric-a-brac for which there seems to be little use. Love is like a beautiful flower which I may not touch, but whose fragrance makes the garden a place of delight just the same. I seldom think about my limitations, and they never make me sad. Perhaps there is just a touch of yearning at times, but it is vague, like a breeze among flowers. For things to learn in life, to think clearly without hurry or confusion, to love everybody sincerely, to act in everything with the highest motives, to trust God unhesitatingly. I believe in the immortality of the soul because I have within me immortal longings. Great poetry, whether written in Greek or in English, needs no other interpreter than a responsive heart. Look the world straight in the eye. Be happy with what you have while working for what you want. Helen Keller, 1880 to 1968, was an American author, activist, and lecturer. She was born in Tuscumbia, Alabama, and became deaf and blind at the age of 19 months due to an illness. Despite her disabilities, Keller learned to communicate through the guidance of her teacher Anne Sullivan, who taught her to use her hands to recognize words and letters. Keller went on to attend college, write several books, and become a prominent advocate for people with disabilities, women's suffrage, and other social and political causes. She traveled extensively throughout the United States and internationally, giving speeches and lectures on behalf of these causes. Keller's story has inspired millions of people around the world, and she is widely regarded as an iconic figure in American history. Thanks for watching. If you like, please share and subscribe.